Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer, my injury guy, Scott DeSalvo here, shooting you another video. And the topic of today's video is how much money will I get in my car crash rear ender case, in my rear end car crash case. So if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that in car crash cases, really what we look for is whose fault was it? How big and permanent are the injuries? How big are the medical bills, right? So that's pretty much the criteria. But here's the thing about rear enders, right? A rear ender is almost always not your fault at all. So rear enders have got to be about the strongest of the injury case. And because they take people by surprise, they also result in a lot of whiplash injuries to the lower back and the neck. And we also see shoulder and wrist and face injuries from exploding airbags. And we also see like shoulder and knee injuries where people like micro twist their shoulder if their arms are on the steering wheel, or if their legs are planted, it can cause their knee to twist and tear. So the injuries go anywhere from a temporary strain. And in a temporary strain, if the medical treatment, if you have 60 days of medical treatment, it's not unreasonable for you to put, $5,000 or $10,000 in your pocket. And that's after the lawyer gets paid and after all the doctors get paid. Now, it's going to be more if you miss time from work. If you're off work for, 60 days, it's going to be 5 or 10 grand in your pocket plus your lost wages, right? But you have to have a lawyer who's willing to fight for the lost wages. A lot of lawyers, I think, throw the lost wages in, and insurance companies initially don't want to pay anything for the lost wages. They don't, their initial offers are no different with and without lost wage claims. So, in other words, if you have a case with $10,000 in medical bills and no lost wage, and you have a case with $10,000 in medical and $10,000 in wage loss, they'll make you like the same $20,000 offer out of the gate. You have to have a lawyer who will hold the insurance feet to the fire and force them to make a reasonable payment. Now, what happens in a rear ender crash when you have like what I call moderate injuries, which are still very serious? Since I deal with injury cases all the way through paralysis and death, moderate type injury cases are a torn rotator cuff, a torn capsule in the knee, a torn meniscus, could include herniated discs in the neck and back and surgery. Now, if you have one of those, it's not unreasonable for you to put, get all the medical care, get returned to normal. And if you basically return to normal, it's not unreasonable for you to put $10,000 to $20,000 in your pocket, right? But if you have a permanent limp or a permanent problem or permanent pain, that's a 6-figure case, potentially even a 7-figure case, depending on the specifics of your case. What happens on the major cases? We're in the types of injuries that no amount of money will ever compensate you for fully, right? But if we're talking about multiple surgeries, permanent injuries, or death, we're talking about millions of dollars, right? Now, there's two things I want to bring up regarding this topic. The first is one that I talk about in some of my videos, and it's really important, and more attorneys should explain this to their clients, in my opinion. We are very limited by insurance. So if you have an injury that, let's say you and I agree, it's about $100,000 case. That's got to be our target for settlement. We're shooting for $100,000. And we think that's reasonable. If all the insurance on the case only comes up to $25,000 or $50,000, we're not going to get to that $100,000 number. So some people will say, well, what about after the insurance going directly after the insured person? And my response to that is twofold. One is I have access to a database that allows me to do an initial asset search on somebody. So are they a lawyer, doctor? Do they have a nurse? Do they have any professional license where they make a lot of money? Second, do they own a bunch of property? Third, do they own a bunch of cars? Do they own a boat, an airplane, anything like that? Do they own any other assets? Do they own a corporation or a company? Or are they part owner? If the answer to those questions is no, then our intuition on folks who have Illinois state minimum insurance is correct. They're not wealthy, and the minute we sue them, they can go to bankruptcy court for $1,000 or two and completely wipe out any money that they would owe you otherwise, which means we fight the case and incur costs, work on the case for an extra year, and end up behind where we would have been had we just not filed the lawsuit directly against them. It is very, very rare for a person to have state minimum insurance limits and then secretly be wealthy, or secretly have a giant bank account or be a corporate, be corporate. Usually people who have lots of money, they get maximum insurance to protect their assets, right? The last thing I'll say is, listen, these are guidelines. They're pretty accurate, but every case is different. Jurisdictions, states, state laws are different, and even counties in Illinois are different. So it also is going to depend on whether you've got an attorney who digs in and really investigates the case and figures out every element of damage, does a good demand letter, a very detailed demand letter where they catch everything. And I don't just mean catch all the good stuff for the value of your case, the diagnosis, the treatment plan, all that stuff. I'm talking about any hiccups or warts on the case. You have to have a lawyer who finds them as early as possible. And you need a lawyer who knows how to fix them. So anyway, end of disclaimer. Hope that information helps you. If there's anything I can do for you or a loved one, please do not hesitate. You can call me anytime, day or night, 312-500-4500, and then you can call me my injury guy, right? So thanks for watching. Please stay tuned to the end of the video. I have amazing tools. They are killer. People love them. I'm getting tons of messages from people who are using the tools on my website, and they really enjoy the tools. They appreciate them, and they're free to use, 100% free to use. So stay tuned to the end of the video for all of those free offers, and thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you or anyone you know has been hurt in an accident and needs a lawyer, or even just has questions, give me a call anytime, day or night, at 312-500-4500. You can call me anytime, day or night, and the consultation is free. That's 312-500-4500. Or if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I made 2 great tools that really help people out that you can use for free on my website. The links are in the description. The first one is called the Case Cash Calculator, and it tells you what your case might be worth. The other is called the Good Case Calculator, and it tells you whether you might have a good case or you might have a case with some challenges. The best part is that they're 100% free to use on my website, and it only takes you 20 seconds flat to answer 7 multiple choice questions right off the top of your head. And then you get custom information about your particular injury situation fast and for free. So check them out, links in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel. I release 2 new videos every week, and this way you'll get notice of them. And if you have a question you'd like answered in a video, just leave a comment with your question in the comments section. Finally, if you enjoy my videos or if I've helped you in any way, I hope you'll consider doing me a favor. Injury law is a very competitive field, and I like having a small independent firm so I can help people who need it. People really rely on Google reviews when deciding who to hire, so I hope you'll consider leaving me a 5-star review on Google. It only takes a few seconds, but it's a favor to me that I would really appreciate. The link is in the description. You just go to that link, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit, and you're done. Once again, I hope you and your family are well, and if anyone you know needs an injury lawyer or has questions, please send them my way by calling 312-500-4500. Thanks again for watching. Take care.
312-500-4500. If you got hurt, you gotta give them a try. Call my injury guy.
Call my injury guy.
312-500-4500. If you got hurt, you gotta give them a try.